tic-tac, ora che il tempo che mi rincorre. Keep calm perché la fretta poi che ti fotte. Dixan, troppe cazzate da certe bocche. Pixar.
Hey guys, good morning, and I'm talking a bit silently because my wife is still sleeping. Alright guys, so what I do to start the day is just drink a tall glass of water. What I have is this filtered water, much cheaper than buying the the water bottles and everything. Alright guys, here goes meal number one. Breakfast, we have a cup of oats, a cup of soy milk, some ground flaxseed and cinnamon, then some natural peanut butter, which I'm gonna use on some sourdough, and some blueberries, and on top of the oatmeal I'm gonna add, of course, the ground flax, cinnamon, and some dark chocolate. How do you know you have good peanut butter? Is when you see this oil. You see the oil separation on top. The only thing is that you need to churn it. This can take hours. Don't store it just like that, because then it's going to become solid here. You're going to miss like a huge amount of peanut butter. So every time you use it, just store it like that. So I like to make my oatmeal is just with, like you saw, 1 cup of oats, 1 cup of milk, then 3/4 cup of water, and then I just bring it up to a boil. When it starts boiling, just give it a bit of stir. Once that's ready, after 3 to 5 minutes, just add the ground flaxseed and the cinnamon. And at the end of this day, I'm going to be also showing you a chronometer, all the vitamins, minerals, protein, calories, everything from today's meals. Right guys, so here's the finished breakfast. You see here, made a nice smiley face. So you have the oatmeal, I put just some huge dark chocolate pieces and a sliced banana, and the sourdough with peanut butter and blueberries. Now let's go finish off that coffee. So if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen my cold brew, and it's really simple. What I do is just I make an espresso the night before, like around half of this cup, and I get whatever cup you want. I took a mason jar, put 2 huge pieces of ice. Then what I do, this stays in the fridge overnight. Make sure not to make a mess, like I always do. Then I'm going to be adding just almond milk. Make sure it's cold too. Just a tablespoon of maple syrup for that sweetness. This is a stainless steel straw. You want to use less plastic as possible. And yeah, I'll link down below where I got this from. It's from a place called the Buddha Island. It's located in Cyprus by my friend Maria, but they ship, I think, worldwide. So yeah, check them out. Amazing. Right guys, so post-workout it's time for a protein shake, and usually I use Vivo. And since I bought this new one before it arrived, pea protein from Isuari. If you're in Portugal, you can find this in Celeiro. Frozen berries and frozen banana. So the banana is not 100% frozen, so when it is 100% frozen, make sure you have either a good blender or defrost it a bit in the microwave. Usually add some soy milk or almond milk, but today I'm going to add just some plain water. Can add as much water as you want, depending how thick.
That's what she said!
You want the consistency. Scoop is around 3/4 of scoop, so it's around 20 grams of protein. So this is an unflavored one, so make sure to add it with something sweet, because on its own tastes like.
I'm here washing the dishes, I'm here!
Let's blend. You can just use whatever you have in the freezer. Like usually put either frozen banana, frozen mango, or frozen melon, and always mix it with frozen berries. Right, so lunchtime we have 300 grams of firm tofu, just diced it and then mashed it a bit with a fork. Then we have one garlic clove, half an onion and one tomato. This is for 2 people. The sauce will be made out of garlic powder, black pepper, turmeric, black salt. This is called black salt or kala namak to give it an eggy smell and taste. Some paprika, mustard, the almighty nutritional yeast, and 1/3 cup soy milk. Here we have the finished product. This is the scrambled tofu with the onion and tomato, sourdough bread, and we're also trying the gluten-free beer from corn. And my wife's also added our homemade coconut bacon.
Oh my God!
Let's dig in.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Also every day I like to take, almost every day, these 2 vitamins. One is called iodine from sea kelp, and basically this is to control your thyroid function, so that's a very important one, and it only appears in seaweed, so if you're not eating enough seaweed, or check if your salt has any iodine, that's sometimes iodized salt, then it's good to supplement with this. I only take like 1 per day because it's just 150 micrograms, and B12 of course, which is, this one is 1,000 milligrams, and I mean, from what it says here is 40,000 the daily recommended, but you can never overdose with B12. So with this one, I just like to take once per week just to be on the safe side. And the other one I recommend is omega-3 from algae. And yeah, because our body can't convert easily from ALA to EPA and DHA. You can watch my other video when I go more in depth about that. So yeah, those are the 3 vitamins I recommend to anyone, including vitamin D if you're not getting enough sun where you live. So next step would be to add the flavors. I like to add some chili flakes, nutritional yeast, garlic powder, paprika, and whatever I have around. This time I'm going to add some basil. And for 300 grams, it's around 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast and just a teaspoon of the rest. But I usually just eyeball it to mixy until everything is well incorporated. It doesn't need oil to become crispy. Tried this many times, but if you want to make chickpeas crispier, you need to remove the skin. There's like small skin that takes a lot of time, so this time I'm just gonna do them just like this. I'm just gonna spread them on a baking tray, some baking sheet, make sure they're all evenly laid out. And the best way I like broccoli, this is the best way I enjoy it, just you can add it in here. That's what I do. So I add it in here just to get some of the spices and the tastes. Just mix it in there a bit. This smells so good. You can skip the chili flakes if you don't like spicy. Bloop. So this is gonna take like around 20 minutes at around maybe 15, around 200 degrees. And for the broccoli and then for the chickpeas, it's gonna be around half an hour so they get nice and crispy. Alright, so let me show you how to make perfect, creamy, smooth quinoa. First, I'll use half cup of dry quinoa. It's around 100 grams. I'm just gonna add enough water to cover it. So I'd say this is around probably 2 cups of water. You're gonna bring it to a boil. And once it boils, just put the lid on and leave it like to simmer for probably 10-15 minutes. You can just keep checking on it. And once that's ready, you just let it sit there for another 5 minutes and then it's perfect creamy quinoa. I'm gonna chop some carrots. And while everything is cooking, I'm gonna munch on this cucumber and a bit of a carrot. Let me know if you eat the skin of the cucumber or if you let me know down below. Now for the best part. So the simplest sauce you'll ever make. It's just soy sauce, around 2 tablespoons. And a tablespoon of tahini. Tahini is basically just ground up and blended sesame seeds. Just give it a good mix. Alright guys, so this is the finished product. You have some chopped carrots, so you have crunchy. This is nice and soft, and the quinoa is very creamy and very tasty with the tahini and soy sauce. And this is, I'm going to be putting here all the like macros somewhere here. So this I'm estimating around 40-45 grams of protein. Right guys, so here is Chronometer, the app I use. I can put a link down below so you can use it. There's a desktop and a mobile app you can use, and here is, I added all the food I ate today. Here you can add food, here you can add exercise, and yeah, everything that you saw today I added here. And here are the calories, so 3029 calories, 133 grams of protein, 375 net carbs, fat 85, 10 grams more than my target, 75. You can add your own targets. And the most important thing here, all the vitamins, you see that they're all way beyond 100%, except vitamin D, which is from the sun. So that's also, you just need to be in the sun 5-10 minutes per day to get your daily intake of vitamin D. You have 75 grams of fiber. That's a huge amount of fiber. So for anyone not able to handle so much fiber, just introduce it and increase it slowly into your diet. Then fats, you see here, omega-3, omega-6 ratio is great. Minerals, everything is on point. Calcium, iron, zinc, everything is way over 100%. And protein, 134 grams. Again, that's because I weigh 75 kilos, so 75 times 1.5, it's around 110. So 135 is perfect. And you can also just hover over each one and just see which foods, the main sources of that vitamin or mineral are. And this is just to show you how easy it can be to get all the vitamins and minerals as a vegan if you eat primarily whole foods. And comment down below, let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to answer them, and I'll see you guys the next time I make a video.